Russ, I got here as fast as I could. What's the emergency?
Oh, did I say it was an emergency?
Russ, you know you did.
I did, huh?
What's going on?
Well...
Wait a minute. You tricked me.
No, I didn't. I really need your help.
I don't understand.
Good morning.
Oh, hi. Well, I've got patients that look better than you do. You okay?
I'll be fine as soon as I get some sleep. How are Ben and Lori?
No change, I'm afraid. He didn't leave her side all night.
No more episodes of her crying out?
Not even that much. Now, I've tried to get Ben to rest, of course, but...
I know. It goes in one ear and out the other.
Well, I could understand it a lot better if it was only that. But he's a patient himself, and he's severely limiting his chances for a successful recovery by behaving this way. And he knows that.
I take it Dr. Egan hasn't fared any better with Ben.
You and I are astounding successes compared to Jack. Ben won't even talk to him. Terry, he can't delay that follow-up surgery on his hand any longer. If he does, he's going to jeopardize the use of it for good, and he just may as well take his career and throw it away.
Alex, don't take it out on me. I'm well aware of the situation.
No, that wasn't meant for you, Terry. It wasn't meant for anyone, really. I'm just blowing off steam, I guess. Forgive me.
I understand. This morning I gave an earful to a traffic light that wouldn't turn green.
Yeah. Well, at least you were smart enough to pick an inanimate object. Terry, about Lori.
Yes?
The way she's reacting to all of this, well, I'm worried. I mean, we're all worried, of course, but her behavior is extremely unusual. Now, you see, most women who've experienced a trauma like this, well, they don't withdraw so totally the way Lori has. In fact, those with the strongest background seem to pull through the best.
I guess she's not as strong as we thought.
Now, look, you know I didn't mean it that way.
No, I know, but what other explanation is there? You know, nobody has really had the courage to say this out loud yet, but something is terribly wrong. I have prayed and prayed for an answer to all this, and I don't get one.
You will.
Oh, hi.
Ben, you going to be here for a minute? Because I'd like to talk to you, but I have a quick errand to run first.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. See you in a minute.
Come on, Ben, let's sit down.
Okay. You didn't get much sleep last night. That's not good.
Physician, heal thyself.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things I wish I could do.
Ben, don't. I don't want to hear any more what ifs.
Okay, you're right. Now it's time to deal with reality. Dr. Feldman thinks it would be a very good idea to have Lori transferred to a special healthcare facility.
This is breakfast? Who are you expecting, Prince Charles and Lady Di?
No. Somebody much more special than that.
You're so devious.
I know. I'm sorry. Look, you can leave if you want, really.
Oh, no, not in your life. I'll wait till after breakfast to be mad at you.
Oh.
Candles, too.
Only the best for you? What are you looking at?
For the nets to fall on my head. I mean, this must be a trap.
What? What? You think that I'm the kind of guy that would lure a young, sweet, innocent little thing over to my apartment just for improper reasons?
Well, come to think of it, that's a perfect description of you.
Well then, madame, would you care to have your orange juice before the main course?
Oh, definitely.
Good, sit down here.
Thank you. Ha ha.
My, what do you know? The main course is already here. How about that?
You're pretty sure of yourself, aren't you?
What do you mean by that?
You had no doubt that I would come over here this morning.
Not true. I didn't light the candle until, well, just before you knocked. And you can't fool me anyway. Ever since you came in here, you've been smiling.
You know me too well.
Yeah. Would it be nice if we could spend the entire day together?
Why do I suddenly have this feeling that you have a sailboat rented or something crazy like that?
Oh, because I have a sailboat or something crazy like that,
You
Ren.
don't.
No, I don't. But it would be nice if we could spend the whole day together and I could take the day off, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah, I know it is. I just said it.
No, really. You know, I could rearrange my schedule with no problem.
No, I can't.
Give me one good reason.
Because I can't rearrange my schedule.
Well, Lester can handle it.
That's the point. Lester can't handle it.
Thank you.
Terry, of course, what makes it so difficult is that we love Lori very much. But as professionals, we have to realize that her reaction to what has happened is, it's abnormal.
But what you're talking about is institutionalizing her.
Yes. What other choice do we have?
I don't know. Where is this place?
I'm not sure. Dr. Feldman said he would do some checking around and get back to me.
Of course, I'm smart enough not to ask a question like this, but how long does he think it will take for recovery?
Well, he didn't say. He just said a lot of vague things like, you know, if things go well, if they find the right approach, if Lori's responsive, you know, that kind of thing.
I hope that you will consider staying with me and Peter if all this happens.
Well, thanks, but let's wait and see, okay?
Here.
What's this?
It's the time of your appointment with Jack Egan, and the instructions on how to get to his office. You do know how to get to the 3rd floor.
Thank you, Alex.
Excuse us. Now, if you'll take a little walk with me, I'll fix a smile on my face to lessen the severity of the lecture that I'm about to give you.
Okay.
How is she?
Oh, I haven't been in yet. I'm glad you came.
Yeah. Mom, I got something to tell you. It'll keep. It'll keep. Let's go.
Now, this is the list of the women who have been nurses with us for a long time. Now, if you compare it to this other list of nurses that we hired this year, notice the differences in salaries.
Good heavens.
Newer, better trained nurses for less money. I think our course of action is obvious.
Well, this amounts to a potentially better staff for thousands and thousands of dollars less.
Exactly.
You know, Weaver, you keep on this way, and soon you'll be filling my shoes.
No, sir, nobody could do that.
Are you quite certain of that?
Absolutely. Why do you ask?
Just curious. You know, this is going to meet with a great deal of resistance from our director of nursing.
Terry Davidson.
She'll carry on about experience and seniority and, you know, have half the hospital up in arms, I dare say.
That'll all blow over, I'm sure.
And if it doesn't?
Make an example out of those who complain the most?
No. Terry Davidson, she's the one we've got to worry about.
Mr. Lewis, just how essential is the position of director of nursing?
Reasonably so. Why do you ask?
Well, I was just wondering if it would be feasible or not for those duties to be reassigned to, say, lower echelon personnel.
Well, it's possible, I suppose, but... Fire Terry Davidson?
No. Just eliminate the position, therefore eliminating the high salary that goes along with it.
Interesting. Very interesting. Sylvia, please call Terry Davidson. I'd like to see her as soon as possible.
Morning.
Hey, you're not doing it for a couple hours yet.
I know, but I have all that filing to do. I just didn't think it was quite fair that the entire city had to suffer just because I'm slow. So I'm gonna get a head start.
The city suffer?
Well, you know how it is. I get behind on all that, and then I won't get to something else, and if I don't get to that, then it might affect another office, and then if that office gets behind just because of me, it might affect still yet another. You get what I mean, so on and
Miriam,
so
that's how
on.
government's supposed to be. There isn't time for efficiency around here.
Oh. Well, don't worry about it. Even though I'm here early, I probably still won't get it all done in time.
That's more like it. You know, you have really changed since the first time you came into this office.
Really? Well, good. It's long overdue. I'll tell you a little secret, though. When I first got out of the hospital, I really just wanted to show my father that he was wrong about me. But it's so different now. Now I just want to prove to myself that things really aren't as difficult as I used to make them seem.
It's that big of a difference.
Oh, yeah, sure it is. See, before I always thought that it was Daddy that was holding me back. Although he certainly didn't help matters, it was really my fault. But I'm independent now. See, I guess it just feels so good to finally be in control of my own life. You know what I mean?
I do, yes, I do.
Which makes me appreciate it even more because I have a friend in the hospital right now who, she's just about lost everything that I've recently learned to enjoy.
You're talking about Peter Davidson's sister, aren't you?
Yes, I am. How did you know?
I phoned him last night.
Oh, then that was you that called.
Yeah, you were there?
Mm-hmm, for dinner. Didn't know you and Peter were so close.
It's not that we're really that close. We're just, you know, casual date every now and then. No, my type is definitely tall, muscular, very physical,
You just can't stop talking about me, can you, Vicky?
and black hair. Actually, I was talking about someone I met last night.
Oh, I see. But does he realize how lucky he was to find you? Well, I guess we'll be doing business. Actually, you were my first choice anyways.
And what can I do for you?
Well, you could, keep fixing your hair like that. It looks nice.
Please.
No, really. I mean it. I mean,
Oh, come on, please. I don't think so.
no. I mean, you are the prettiest thing I've seen in a long time.
Mr. Lewis, I have said it before and I will continue to say it. If the credit should go to anybody, it is you, sir. I know just where I stand in the chain of command here, and I am content with that.
Good. Always remember that, Weaver, and you'll continue to flourish here. It would be very disappointing to find out otherwise.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sylvia. So soon? All right, send her in. Terry Davidson's here.
And me without my bulletproof vest on.
The thing to do is not to let her intimidate you. Come in.
It's funny you should want to see me. I was just on my way up here.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. I sincerely hope the reason for this meeting is to apologize for this.
What is it?
A memo informing me that the issue of cost of living raises is now closed. I was under the impression, sir, that only you could authorize such an action.
So am I.
Would you care to read who it's from?
May I remind you, Mrs. Davidson, that when I speak, it is with the authority of Mr. Lewis?
You promised me there would be further discussion on this.
So I did, but reading this report according to these figures, there'd be absolutely no point to it anymore. If I read this, I would have to come to the same conclusion as my able assistant. Very nice work, Russ.
Thank you, sir.
You lied to me.
Nonsense. But that's not why I called you here.
Mr. Lewis, do you realize that our nurses are the lowest paid of any hospital in this area?
Well, of course they are.
Do you know what that says about management's attitude toward employees? It's a deliberate slap in the face.
What it is, Mrs. Davidson, is a deliberate attempt to keep Kingsley General in the black, which it is now, and which would not be if salaries were $1 higher.
That's ridiculous.
Would you care to look at the books?
I'd love to.
That can be arranged. Now, may I continue with what I called you here for?
Please.
I want you to drop whatever it is you're doing now and make a comprehensive report on every nurse who is employed in this facility. Include in that report such things as competency, length of service, work attitudes. I'll give you a more complete list this afternoon. Remind me about that, Russ, will you?
Consider it done, sir.
Why?
No.
Oh, yes.
No, you're not going to go on a witch hunt.
Mrs. Davidson, I would like to remind you that you will do this or pay the consequences.
I'll do it, but only under protest.
Good. As I said, this is top priority.
And don't worry about your own evaluation, Mrs. Davidson. Lester and I will handle that.
That is nice to hear, but I assume you're here for a different reason.
You mean that wasn't reason enough?
Unfortunately for me, it probably is for you.
Well, why unfortunate? I mean,
Thank you.
good move there, Miriam. You know, I've got a couple of my own I'd love to show you.
Gil, this is not a singles bar.
Well, it doesn't have to be a stuffy office. You know, we're all consenting adults.
I would say some of us are a little more adult than others.
Well, it seems to me you had a lot of social discussion in here when it was directed towards you.
Miriam, I think you better handle the office for a little while. I've suddenly thought of some very important matters that need my attention elsewhere.
Well, good. About time she left, wouldn't you say?
You know, you really didn't need to bring these papers by personally. Your office generally just sends them by messenger.
Oh, yeah, I did. You know, I think if you take care of all the little details as much as possible, then the larger ones will take care of themselves.
Why is it I get the feeling that I'm the little detail you're trying to take care of?
Oh, very perceptive. And since you're so perceptive, Miriam, let's go out to eat.
I don't eat.
What a coincidence. I don't eat either. Hey, let's not eat together. Huh?
Hey, you're right. Let's not.
Miriam, we've got a lot in common. I mean, look at our similar backgrounds.
Yes. And see, that's why I'm trying to get away from mine. I'm trying to stand on my own.
Well, okay, there. We have that in common. I am too. You know, I just took over the Prescott development. I don't know if you heard. But...
Yes, I have now. Ask me if I'm impressed.
Well, I am. With you. I mean, it takes a lot of courage to live a life like yours.
You know what? It either takes a lot of courage or just a tremendous amount of stupidity to continue to persist at something when you are quite clearly striking out. Now, you've delivered your little papers. You're through here.
Excuse me. Could you page Mrs. Davidson for me? Never mind. She's right here. Hi. Do you have a minute?
Just one.
Well, I need to talk to you. I've made a decision.
Oh.
Dr. Vincent to the third
Sit down,
floor
okay?
maternity ward. Dr. Vincent to the third floor maternity ward.
I mean it. You have done what you came for. Now, would you please just leave?
What I came for was to ask you out, Miriam.
And the answer is no.
I don't take no for an answer.
Okay, do you want me just to call security? Is that it? I'll do it.
Come on.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, Peter. Oh, we're just having a friendly discussion about my charms.
Well, apparently she sees that they're in short supply, so why don't you hang it up for today?
Well, why don't you buzz off?
Obviously, she's not interested, so why don't you just forget it?
Maybe I will. But not for long. Oh, hey, Peter. Your hot date the other night with Vicky. Did you get anywhere with her?
Come on, Gil.
You chickened out, didn't you?
He can be such a jerk sometimes.
Only sometimes?
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter.
Hey, you know, forget it. Is Vicky here?
No,
Where's she?
she's been out trying to avoid Mr. Wonderful. I think I should have joined her.
Hey, do you mind if I wait here for her?
No, not at all. Go ahead.
Good. Miriam,
Yeah.
you think maybe when Vicky comes back you could consider taking a break?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Oh, boy, you can be a jerk sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, gee, I think it's time for a break. Yes,
You just got here.
Oh, I know, but that's the way governments run, you know.
What's up?
I'd kind of like to ask you a big favor.
Shoot.
Would you not tell anybody anything about the other night, please?
Okay.
Well, you see, I was supposed to pick my sister up, and
Oh,
well, you know.
Peter. Okay, you can count on me.
Okay, thank you.
Look, I don't want you to go around blaming yourself for what happened, because you could really mess yourself up like that.
You've decided about Lori, haven't you?
Yes. And it's been one of the most difficult decisions I've ever had to make.
I'm sure it was.
Also, Terry, I know I've been acting like a fool as far as my hand is concerned. I just saw Jack Egan, and he is going to schedule the second stage of the surgery right after,
After Lori's gone, right?
yes. Dr. Feldman feels that Mercy Hospital in Fairmont is the best place for her right now.
But that's so far away.
I know. I said the same thing, but he swears they have the best staff and best facility.
Well, it is an excellent facility, and I guess it's not really that far away.
Terry, I don't know how I'm going to go on without her. How I can function without seeing her smile in the morning, without her lying beside me at night in bed. God, I love her so much.